Now before we dive in, if you find my videos useful, make sure to click that subscribe button and also make sure to click that bell icon on the side to get notified every time I upload a new video. And of course, if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, make sure to follow me on all at SAKITECH Online, also for the latest updates. Alright, let's dive in. Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys amazing tips to customize your OnePlus 7 Pro. So let's dive right in and get started. So the very first thing I want to show you guys has to do with the fingerprint sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my phone completely. I'm going to show you this neat trick you can accomplish using the fingerprint sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double tap on the home screen. That's going to shut off my phone. And I'm also going to show you how to get that done in a little bit. But first, let me show you this nice fingerprint tactic. All right, so let's turn off the phone, double tap the home button. And then you're going to double tap the actual home screen. And that's going to give you the lock screen. And then what you're going to do is you're going to press and hold on the fingerprint sensor and not let go. When you do that, it actually brings up a quick shortcut menu that you can access and fully customize, as you can see. So from here, I can go to the voice search. I can swipe over, go to my library, go to the new event, launch calculator, launch calendar, or basically I can do whatever the hell I want. All right. So I'm going to show you guys how to get this done right away. So let's go to the settings real quick. And then scroll down over to utilities, tap on it, and then over here you're going to see the quick launch option. You just tap on that and it's right in there. So you have to first enable it just like I did it. And then over here you have the shortcut settings option. And if you tap on this one, you can actually add or remove applications or other processes that you want to activate by doing that trick. So I can delete the ones I don't want. For example, let's delete all these things. Let's keep calculator, calendar. Let's add one more shortcut. So let's go over here to apps, and then let's say that I want to launch Chrome every time I do that. So now I do have 3 shortcuts assigned to that fingerprint trick. So let me turn off the phone real quick, double tap on the home button, and then double tap on the screen, and then press and don't let go. Okay, and then that menu would pop right up. And then you can swipe left or right to access your apps, and the one that you want to choose, you just let go, it's going to launch that application. All right, so that's a fantastic little tactic. Now the other thing I'm going to show you guys is a new feature in the OnePlus 7 Pro. So let's go to the settings and then scroll all the way down again, and then again go back into the system this time. And then this time what I want you to do is go all the way down and go for the RAM boost option. And then this option by default is enabled. If it is not enabled, you can disable or enable it. Basically, if you read this information here, this option learns the way you use your phone, and then it predicts what app you're going to launch at a given time, and it preloads that application into your RAM, making the launch process faster. So just enable this option, see how it works for you. The phone will predict the apps that you're going to launch, and it's going to preload those applications for maximum performance. So that's the RAM boost option. Now another brand new thing, the OnePlus 7 Pro now has stereo speakers, and it also has Dolby Atmos sound, which gives you a nice immersive sound experience. So what you want to do again is go back into settings, the main settings, go into sounds and vibration, and then over here you're going to see Dolby Atmos. You tap on this one, and then from here you can actually pick the kind of Dolby Atmos that you want to enable. Now dynamic is automatic, or you can just go for the movie or the music mode. You don't have to use it. You can choose what you want to do yourself. All right, so let's move on to the next tactic. Now the next thing has to do also with the fingerprint sensor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these settings real quick. I'm going to go to my lock screen and security over here, and I'm going to go into my fingerprints, and then I'm going to tap in my PIN number here. I'm going to go right inside. Now what I want you guys to see is that you can pick an animation effect for your fingerprint log on. So you can have 4 different effects. You can have this one right here, which is a default. You can use this one, or you can use this one that happens to be my favorite. And if you don't want animation, you can cancel it. Okay, so I like to use this one, but you do have the option to use this one as well. So now when I lock the screen over here and double tap to wake up, and I press on this, I see that brand new animation. Now the fingerprint sensor is so quick, it's hard to see the animation, but you will see the difference. Several options: Cosmos, Ripple, Stripe, and none. And of course, I did forget to mention, once you choose the option you want, make sure you click on save so it registers the new option. Now let's see that one more time. There we go. Okay, that was a new effect. And of course, I do want to quickly show you something with the face unlock. So if you do select face unlock, as you know, every time you want to use the face unlock, the camera on the top, the motorized camera is going to pop right up. So there's a couple things you can do with that as well. So if we go back into lock screen and security, go into face unlock, and let's go inside here. What you want to do is you want to go to this one, default way to unlock. After you register your face, you tap on this, and then from here you can either choose swipe to unlock or auto unlock once the screen is on. So when you do swipe to unlock, and if I go over here, I would have to swipe it up, and that's going to bring up the camera, as you can see right over here. Okay, and then it's going to scan your face and go right inside. So let me show you that one more time. Swipe up and the pop-up camera shows up to scan your face. All right, when you go back, it goes down automatically. But if I choose this one over here and then I'm going to turn off the phone again, now it's going to do it automatically as you saw, and it's a quick process. It looks at your face, logs you in, and goes right down. All right, so that's for two different options with the face unlock option. The next thing I'm going to show you guys is, if you have a OnePlus 7 in your hands right now, you probably are seeing different colors on your quick toggles. If I go to the settings, you're seeing different colors here, maybe blue. You can change the color scheme of the menu and other things within the phone. So what you can do is you can go to the display, and then you want to scroll down, and you want to look for customization section. From here you can pick a light theme or a dark theme. I have the light one right now, so if I do the dark one, it's just going to turn the menu black and white. Let me show you that real quick. There you go. And of course, if I pull this down, it's going to be black and white as well. But with the light theme over here, let's just keep it right there. And also with the dark theme, what you can do is you can actually change the accent color. So the accent colors is the red display that you see right here, where it says display size, system, customization. So if I tap on this, I can pick green, orange, as you can see. So now it's going to give me the orange accent colors. I really like this tiny little feature. I can go for green as well if I wanted to. Okay, and you can do the same thing in the dark theme mode. All right, now when I pull these down, these are going to be green as well. Okay, so it does make changes across the board, nice and subtle. And real quick, while we are in the display, I want to go down real quick, and I want to go to the status bar right over here. I want to tap on that. And then from here, you can hide and enable the battery percentage meter. Now, by default, it is turned off. So when you tap it, you're going to see 32% right there, or whatever your battery life is. You can also show the actual network speeds if you are doing some kind of network activity. And of course, you have options to do this as well. So I can show the time all the way up to the seconds over here on the top, or I can just use one of these. I can even hide it. If you don't want a clock over there, you can hide it, all right? So I'm going to just do the basic over here, the default, and of course you have the battery bar option. You can have it as a circle on the corner over here. You can have it as hidden, okay, and just have the 32%, which is what I prefer, to be honest. And of course you do have the icon manager. From here you can enable and disable any one of these things that do show up on the top here. So do you want to see them or do you not want to see them? It's all up to you. For example, we have Wi-Fi here. I can disable this, and the Wi-Fi icon, as you saw, disappears or appears based on your choice. Now let me quickly show you how to customize these buttons here so it can give you multiple options to use your phone. So in my case, I can double tap on the home button and it actually turns off the phone, which is a great, neat feature. I don't have to even go over here to press the power button. So what you want to do is you want to go to the settings, and then you want to go into buttons and gestures. You tap on it. From here, you go into navigation bar and gestures, and then from here, you have to go to navigation bar customization. So when you go inside, you have so many things you can do. First, you can swap the buttons. So back is here, recent is here. Then you can hide the navigation bar by having this button. You tap it, it goes away, and then you can just pull it up like this, okay? I don't care about that. I can keep it like this. I do like to see the buttons at the bottom. But over here, for example, the home button, if you long press it, it's going to bring up the assistant, which is the usual. If you actually double tap it, it's going to turn off the screen. But I can change that. I can pick any one of these options. I can even have no action. So if I double tap, nothing happens, it just goes home, all right? But I'm using it to turn off the screen. You can do the same thing with the recents button and the back button. So for example, with the back button, what happens if I long press on the back button? Right now, no action. But if I tap this, and if I choose open shelf, and now when I long press it, it's going to launch the shelf, or I can pick any other options. I can even do this. So open or close notification center, press and hold, boom, it comes right down. Okay, so you can do all these things with these buttons. So the button can give you up to 3 functionalities, including the one that it's built for by default. All right, so that's the navigation bar customization section. And of course, the other cool thing here is if you go back into the buttons and gestures, you can go to quick gestures, and here we have things like this. We have all these guys here. So you can flip the phone to mute. Somebody's calling you. You just grab the phone and put it like this. It mutes the phone. You can do a 3-finger slide screenshot just like this. So that's going to take a screenshot as you just saw. You can answer calls by picking up the phone. So just putting it to your ear. But here's the ones that I do like right over here. By the way, the double tap to wake is this one. So double tap to wake is that feature. So you can enable that as well. But these ones over here, for example, you can draw things on the screen when it's turned off and actually launch certain applications. So let's do calculator for this one. Okay, and V is going to be for camera. So let's go like that. So there we go. Okay, so that's going to launch the calculator as you just saw. And if I turn off the screen again and do a V, that is going to launch the camera, which does not even require a password. All right, so you can do that kind of customization in here as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's the quick gestures, and you can do up to 5 of these guys. Just remember what is what. And of course, on the same screen, when the screen is off, you can actually control your music. So you can actually draw this for the next track, or draw this to pause the music or play the music. Okay, so if the screen is turned on, I can go like this and I can play music if I was already playing music, or pause it, or go to the next track or the previous track. Okay, so that's actually some great features. Now I have been using the double tap the home screen button to lock my phone, but you don't have to actually do that. You can actually double tap anywhere on the screen to lock the phone. So what you want to do is you want to pinch the screen or just press and hold, go into home screen settings, and then from here you can choose double tap to lock. So what you can do is you can double tap, that's going to lock the screen. I just like the fact that I like to have things in their own little area, so I prefer this one here, but you can do the same thing if you enable that option anywhere on the screen where it is blank. Let's go back inside. I'm going to show you one more thing. And of course, this one over here, make sure that is enabled. If you do not enable this, and if you try to swipe down here, nothing happens. But if you do have it enabled, just like that, it brings down the notifications panel, which is very useful to have in that sense, because it is a large device and you can use it with one hand, just like that, to bring down your notifications. All right, and of course there's other things you can do here as well. So when I pinch the screen again, if I go to the home settings, you can go over here to the home screen layout. You can tap on it. You can change the layout of your home. Okay, so you can have like 3 columns, 4 columns, or 5 columns over here, or you can have larger icons or smaller icons. I do prefer the larger icons. It's just easier to see it. And one more thing, I can tap on this drawer option here, and then I can choose quick search. So every time I go to my app drawer right now, it just shows me all the applications. But what I can do is I can go here, go back here, tap on drawer, enable the quick search option, and now when I go in here, it just goes to the quick search option, which is not bad at all, to be honest. And then finally, one more option here is this one here. So let me go back over here, put this back to all apps for now. But with this option, leftmost screen, you have the option to go with the shelf or the Google app. So if you go with the shelf, that's something I do like. So when I swipe over now, I just go to the shelf right here. I can, manage the shelf. I can remove or add stuff. But this is a nice, smooth little interface to quickly access things that you might need often, such as wanting to write a memo right there. Okay. Hi, just save it. It's going to be saved right there. And then you have a toolbox here. You can access your calculator or whatever. Quick shortcuts. Okay, so that's always nice to have. At the bottom, you can even have 2 shortcuts to take a picture or mark a location for your parking location. Again, fully customizable, as you can see from here. You can add more widgets as you please. All right. Now, one more really cool thing I want to talk about has to do with launching the Google Assistant using the power button. So if you go into the settings, and if you go over to buttons and gestures, over here it says quick activate the assistant. So normally when you have this turned off, nothing happens. You press the power button, the phone turns off. Okay, business as usual. When you enable this, what happens is you can press and hold the power button for 0.5 seconds, and that actually launches Google Assistant. Oh, 1 second. There you go. Okay. And if you want to use the functionality that you normally get with the power button, you just press and hold it for 3 seconds. So if I press and hold for 3 seconds, let me show you 1, 2, 3. Then you get the regular power off, restart, and the screenshot menu. And if you have this disabled, that's what comes up automatically every time you press and hold it, okay? So another great customization. And over here, you can choose the Assist app. In this case, it's gonna be Google, of course. We don't have anything else yet. So let's quick activate that. It's an option I prefer to have. Easy access to your Google Assistant. Now, one more thing I'm gonna show you guys is if you go to the settings over here, and if you scroll all the way down, go back into the system, and then go to recent app management and make sure that you choose the one that's right for you. So when the tasks in the background are cleared by the phone itself, it can either do a normal clear or a deep clear. Now, I personally prefer a deeper clear, but there's a little warning here. It says which clear background processes, which may mean some apps stop working and you do not receive notifications. So I like this not because it actually sounds better, but in fact it does clear background processes, which does end up translating to better battery savings. And of course, you save some data as well if you're using your data connection. So you can either just do a normal clear, which is not a deep clear, or choose a deep clear. I'm just gonna keep mine in this option right over here. Now, one more great thing to enable has to do with emergency. So let's go to the settings real quick. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. So once you're in here, go into the security unlock screen and then go over down to emergency rescue. So tap on it, and basically what's going to happen is every single time you press the power button for 3 times in a row, what the phone is going to do, it is going to send stress signals to your emergency contacts in case of an emergency. So the very first thing you want to do here is you want to enable this. Now, hopefully this is something you never end up using, but it is nice to have it enabled. So make sure this is enabled and then go into the emergency information and add some emergency contacts, all right? And that's gonna be a very easy process. After you've done that, go over here and choose how you want to trigger this call. So this is known as the emergency call trigger. So you can either disable this, which I don't recommend, or quickly press the power button for 3 times, or quickly press the power button for 5 times. So either one of these will make sure that your phone sends stress signals to your emergency contacts. So make sure this option is in fact enabled. It's a very useful function, probably rarely used and hopefully never used, but if you enable it, it's there to protect you. And one more thing over here, while you're in the screen, under privacy, make sure this is disabled, okay? So basically when you go to a website and you put in your email and your login, your password, every time you press the actual keyboard like KS, it actually shows that information in that little password field. But when you disable this, it's not going to do that. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. So let's enable that first. So I'm in Netflix. I'm going to tap on sign on. And what I can do here is I can type in a password. But as I'm typing the password, it briefly shows what the password is. ASDF, whatever. With that setting disabled under lock screen and security right over here, under privacy, you disable this, and now when I go back there and I'm typing a password, it's not going to show any characters. Sometimes people can see that and memorize your password, okay? So just a little security feature that you should enable for your own protection. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys has to do with the wallpapers. Now, this is something that's very basic, but in case you did not know, if you pinch the screen and go into your wallpapers, if you see that there's some duplicate wallpapers. So there's one right here, this one, and then there's one right here, that one. Okay, they look exactly the same. Now, if you see this animation on the top, this icon on the top left, that means this is a live wallpaper. So if I were to pick this one, and if I go back out, it's going to apply the wallpaper and there's nothing going on. I can turn off the screen, go back inside, nothing's happening. But if I were to pinch and then pick the one that has that symbol on the top, that's the live wallpaper. So if I enable this, and as you can see, there's some animation happening. So turn off the screen, boom, boom, we're right there, okay? Gorgeous little animation, go right inside. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. I do hope you guys learned some new stuff from the OnePlus 7 Pro. It really is a very good phone. All right, guys, for now, Have a fantastic day. Alright, so if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH by clicking that button, and also click that bell icon on the side to make sure you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can follow me at SAKITECH online to get the latest updates as well. Alright, have a fantastic day.